Hello, everyone. Welcome to August's Intel Monthly MVP interview. The Intel Monthly MVP is a partnership between Intel and NSC, where students can nominate outstanding members of their community. Today, I'm joined by Alex, aka CheeseLord, this month's MVP. So, Alex, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Hello. What do you want to know?
Just
um,
about yourself.
yeah, just about myself. I'm, international boy. I'm from Greece, but also the UK, and so that can lead to people sort of getting confused by my accent, and me getting confused about where I belong. And yeah, I've sort of just been at Warwick for the last 4 years. Just graduated. People probably have seen me pattering about on social media, on Twitter, or on in game as well in Overwatch. I was the captain of our Overwatch team for the last 2 years, and I was player for 3 years. So that's probably all the places people might know me from.
Awesome. Thanks. How did you get into esports?
Um, my first game was a game called Dirty Bomb on PC. Sort of like a run and gun shooty game.
Mhm.
And then my friends were like, "Oh, you should play Overwatch. You'd really like it." And I was like, "No, no, I won't." And then they're like, "Yes, you will." And that went back and forth about 10 times, and then I finally got Overwatch. And then I joined university, and then I saw the Esports Society, and I got scared of joining the Esports Society, so I didn't join for a year. And then 1 year later, I did join, and I tried out, and the captain at the time, Tankski, thought I had potential, and here we are now.
Awesome. Awesome. So what was your role on the committee at Warwick?
Yeah, so I was a captain of a team, but I was also on the committee as in our exec team. I was our communications director, which not many societies actually have one of those. I created the role myself
Hmm.
2 years ago, and the purpose of the role is essentially to tell people what esports is and why they should care about it and what we do in that space. Because our thinking is, the more people, if we're the, if and we like to think of ourselves as the best, if not one of the best in the country.
Hmm.
And if we're going to be the best, what's the point of being the best at something that no one knows anything about,
Exactly.
right? So it's all about getting and bringing the message to people and telling them what esports is and why they should care about it.
Yeah. I guess related to that, I did have a little question. So you you've been called a communications visionary by your peers. So I'm guessing that's related to your role, but what does that mean? Where did that come from?
Uh, yeah, I think I might have put that in my bio as well, my Discord bio. To be honest, it's either communication visionary or communications wizard. Yeah, that sort of comes from the fact that when it comes to all these com stuff, I very much did it all from scratch, but at the same time, I was a little bit. I'm of the opinion that you have to be a bit cheeky with the way you do these things, and you have to, if you want to break into a space that no one else is in, you've got to sort of put your foot forward and just sort of take your shot. And that means sending DMs to people that you probably shouldn't be sending DMs to, and sort of writing emails that might get you in a bit of trouble,
Mm.
and sort of just getting yourself out there. Um, Sort of so like I was just sending myself off to like radio stations, journalists, and stuff when there were definitely more appropriate people than me to do that. But that might be what they're referring to in
Awesome.
that sense.
Awesome, thanks. What made you actually join or want to join the committee?
So I joined as Overwatch coordinator
Mhm.
um, in 2 years ago, and well, part of the reason was that no one else was running. I've actually managed to get elected to a position twice without any opposition.
Nice.
I don't know if that speaks to me going for uninteresting roles or me just intimidating all my opposition out of the
Definitely
way.
intimidating, of course.
Definitely, yeah, just push them out of the way. Um, but to be honest, it was mostly being pushed and encouraged to do it by friends, and them saying you should do this. You have a loud voice.
Mm.
You need a loud voice to do this. To both be a game lead and then do comms. So very much my friends sort of encouraging me into that position.
Awesome. So another thing which you've like people have said as well is that you have been said to have a deep, well, a very deep understanding of all the factors that make a good society great.
Mm.
What do you think those key factors are?
Yeah. Well, we could be here quite a while, couldn't we? Yeah. So as comms director, I said those things, but it's both internal and external comms. So I talked a bit about like the external stuff, but the other hand of it is internal stuff, which is sort of how you're communicating inside and how you're getting people into your communities. Pretty much advertising, marketing, and there's a lot of stuff around sort of structure and sort of how you can make yourselves more organized. But I think if I had to pick one thing, the most important thing is, to be honest, just freshers and advertising and actually leveraging your the opportunity you have as an esports society, for all esports societies, sort of just yoink as many freshers as possible. I think that, to be honest, even we could do a lot more. People sort of forget how massive their universities are and how many people go to them,
Mm.
and they don't realize that they've only got a tiny fraction of that pond. So just being cheeky and aggressive and yoinking as many of those people as possible is the one thing I think that's the most important.
Awesome. Just a couple more questions left. What do you enjoy about esports? What makes you passionate about it?
I mean, I'm a very competitive person, right? And so the competition is is great. And I mean, I could say, like, playing with my teammates and stuff. And as I've played longer and grown into more like leadership positions, I think you care less about yourself winning, you care more
Mm.
about your team winning.
Yeah.
Um, but I think the moments in esports that actually feel the most esports are when you outplay someone and when you sort of big brain them, and you look at the kill feed and you're like, I did that with this, not with this, not with this, with this.
Nice. Nice. Cool. I guess our last question is, what are your, I guess now that you've graduated, what are your like future goals? What are you going into? Do you want to stay in esports? Do you want to go out of esports? Do you want to do a little bit? What are you looking at?
Yeah. Well, we just, as I was leaving, I've just graduated. We just finally had our final big news, right? We got our nomination for the esports
Mm.
awards
Yeah, I saw that. Nice.
the other day. Um, so I'll still be a little bit involved with that.
Hmm.
Um, we're pushing for the win, so I can't leave that behind. But um, beyond that, I think that my take is that esports is still a bit risky to commit everything into.
Yeah.
So I'm leaving it as a side project for
Side
now.
burner. Yeah.
Side project, and you know I have a lot of doors open to me. I gave myself till September to actually have to start thinking about this stuff. So maybe I'll tell you in 2 days. But no, it might be comms, it might be more techie stuff.
Mm.
I really don't know at this point. But esports won't go away, but it definitely won't be the be all and end all.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, but thanks for your time today, Alex. Congrats
Hmm.
again on being August's Intel Monthly MVP.
Thank you,
And yeah, I guess I'll see you later.
and thanks to whoever nominated me.
See you later, everyone.